Hey there, this is Chef Scott Conant, and you're watching the BT5. Take it away, Brett.
Hey, well, thank you, Chef, and welcome back inside Birdcage Studios. This is the BT5, and you know, Chef Scott Conant is featured in my new book, Coming Clean, The Lifetime of Food Affairs. I'm finally ready to talk about. There's an entire chapter on Scott Conant's mushrooms and polenta from a bunch of his restaurants. First one was in Tudor City, New York, called L'Impero. Fantastic restaurant. But this is the BT5, and welcome back. And this week we're going to talk about the top 5 pickle varieties. I like to call my son Oliver the Prince of Pickles, but right now I'm taking center stage and deciding the top 5 pickle varieties. Here we go, number 5. All right, number 5 is not my favorite, but it's a pickle variety that a bunch of people love. I like it, and sometimes you need it as just a leveling effect, and that's your old-fashioned sour pickle. Oof! When you bite into an old-fashioned sour pickle, you really just want to, it's like vacuuming your mouth out. That's how sour it is, but it's like the torture that you like. So number 5, sour pickle. Number 4. All right, number 4 is one of my favorite pickles, but I'm going to keep it at number 4 because I don't think it really deserves to be higher, and that is the sweet gherkin. You know what those are. Those are those little teeny guys with the little bumps. Sweet gherkins, they're so sweet. They're the opposite of sour pickles, right? They're so sweet, like sugar, and the way that I like them the best, and it just will disgust many people close to me, is in a good homemade ham salad. Chunks of ham, Hellman's light mayo, and chopped up gherkins pickles. Come get some. Delicious. Number 4, sweet gherkins. Number 3. Number 3 is a pickle you really don't see as a whole pickle that often. You mostly see them as chips, and that is a bread and butter pickle. And you know, there's no bread and there's no butter, and it's also got a sweetness, but man, there is nothing better to top a sandwich with than a bread and butter pickle. Delicious, delicious, delicious. They have a crunch, they have a sweetness, they're the perfect complement to any sandwich. So bread and butter pickles, definitely number 3 on my list. Okay, and number 2. Well, I mentioned my son earlier, and he would definitely have this as number 1, but I'm keeping it in number 2, and that is half sour pickles. Half sour pickles are delicious, crunchy, have a little bit of tartness, and for my money, there's a bunch of places to get really good half sour pickles, but Ben's Kosher Deli, if you're familiar with Ben's Kosher Deli, they have what I feel are the best half sour pickles, and they just have a snap to them and a crunchiness to them, and really they're the most, to me, the most refreshing of pickles, if you can call a pickle refreshing. All right, number 1. Number 1 is, to me, the kosher dill pickle. If you get a kosher dill whole that's crisp and snappy, and when you bite into it, you just like, oh, this is the best dill pickle I've ever had. There is a difference between dill pickle and kosher dill pickle. It has nothing to do with being kosher or not. It has to do with the salt they use. So for my money, the kosher dill pickle is number 1. All right, that's it for this week's top 5, BT5, the top pickles. See you next week.